June 1st, 2025 was a crazy time of SSF2 as South Arena concluded with Latin's best player, Keniek, leaving his home country of Venezuela to live in Spain while dominating the scene and ensuring his number one spot by the end of the year. While the community felt his absence, it didn't take long for Chaos to return to the scene. It was the 13th of July when the next major tournament was hosted in the form of Clash Royale. Inspired by the mobile game Clash Royale, as well as tournaments of that game for the fun around the time, this was the first major post-Kinect's departure, and all of the players in it are people who never won a major tournament. Let's start from winner's side and the top seed of this tournament before we begin breaking down the top 8 of this tournament. Barlito is the unluckiest player. The first seed of this tournament was the closest player to win a major tournament all season, as he got second place twice earlier at Demon Days and Flash Harder qualifier, all because of Keniek, who was the biggest bracket demon at the time. In every major or PR event both were at in 2025, Keniek eliminated or double eliminated him with many characters in many ways while only winning once. It felt really depressing, especially with South Arena's losers finals ending. So this tournament was his chance to win something. And with the newly acquired King DDD, that was
come on, give me the
good.
I gotta get this.
Oh, get away!
A big forward there. The king never loses, baby. King DDD.
Oh, yes!
King DDD.
Oh, shit!
How'd you like that?
Oh,
How'd you like that, Cubby? Where's your top 8?
He would beat Marizio, Purix, and Waluigi main Oscar to enter top 8. Gabriel Koff has been performing well this year, particularly around the start of the year in NA tournament with second place finish at Royal Court 3 after beating Quackis, Suchi, and NA's number 1 Extrovert. A win later as Flash Mountain over Barlito and Serbi showed a nice momentum for the year. In Latin, it didn't translate as much with slightly worse result. However, with Goko's rework, Ryu's hit stun increased, and even trying the overpowered Lucario in this tournament, he gave a strong message after beating Sonic Main and Manuel and Serbi to sit in winner's side top 8. Edgar Blink was the biggest surprise of 2024 season, debuting as the number 10 best player of Latin after attending Frozen Peak and getting top 8 in his first tournament, as well as so many impressive results in a short period of time. In 2025, he would try to keep this momentum as much as possible. Being one of the few players who beat Keniek at 2025 season, everyone knew Edgar was one of the favorites to break through and win a tournament with Zelda of all characters, and some new ZSS usage for a few matchups. He would beat LAP and Wolfie, who were almost about to give him problems and send him to lose early, but he was able to sit inside top 8 in one piece. And last but not least, Luis PPM. The Samus from Venezuela was having a nice year so far that included top 8 finishes at Flash Harder Qualifier and Invitational, beating some of the best players out there and proving he's someone you should never underestimate. After beating Lagman and Stifler, Luis would get into top 8 with a message that he was ready to cause some damage. Now in winner's semis, Luis and Edgar played first, and it was far from what we expected, as the Zelda main was slowly tear through Luis's semis convincingly 3-0. By surviving Luis as much as possible and landing combos and dense fire that had no right to be as nice as they were. Game 3 showed just how Zelda can wipe stocks quickly before Luis would have any time to react, advancing right to winners finals. The other side had Barlito vs Gabriel Koff, and this is where we saw Gabe's Lucario on display, and
Ya se murió.
surprisingly struggled to kill Game & Watch to some extent. Barlito's combos in DI was simply making it hard for Lucario to catch up. But to survive Lucario might as well bring something heavy. And that's what he did. Switching to King DDD, he would stall the game. Yes. Half of the match being Barlito re-grabbing Ledge and tagging Aura Spheres. We don't get paid enough for this. It worked in the end, and the white might have simply made Gabriel reckless in his approach, resulting in one of the craziest endings of the year.
Ya valió.
Ya se murió.
Ya, GG, ahora sí, yo
Nada más dejó de agarrar el borde y lo mató en 5 segundos. ¿Qué está pasando? Amigos, yo no quiero ver. Este es el momento. No.
And a DQ afterwards to losers. Bro, I understand why the edge grab limit is harsh, lad. Anyways, in winners finals, Edgar and Barlito would duke it out, and okay, there is more to talk here, okay? Edgar has been a hard opponent for Barry recently, and tactics like this were probably the best idea to use. However, Edgar's patience and decisions were taking stocks by letting critical hits and sniping him with side B. So many nice stuff right there. Barry didn't give up his strategies, however, as he responded with edge guards and AL that were able to take stocks fairly early and win game 2 respawn. Game 3 was the same thing, going back and forth between the two until Edgar won.
Oh, sí, hemos ganado.
Really pushing it to timeout with this.
Link ha aumentado su
Game 4 was a little faster, and it ended with a Zelda up smash that sent the big penguin to the stratosphere as Edgar got to grand final through winner's side. Truly magical!
Esta ha sido una cosa gigante.
Before we continue, if you enjoyed this video so far, hit the like button, share this video around, and write a comment below. I'm planning on making more content like this when I'm not drowning in a making documentary video, so yeah, enjoy. Back to Flash Royale, and boy, load aside the wild beast on its own. If you're tired of campy DDD playstyle, don't worry, because we have something more interesting this time around with Flame-Raz DDD. This Chilean player had been around the community for a long time, but never really attempted to play in tournaments a lot. Before 1.4, he was usually playing Bowser in tournaments and doing some decent runs here and there, but nothing super outstanding. 1.4 came in, however, and DDD was something he could enjoy even more than his original name, Bowser. First place at Olympus 2 over names like Klimbra, Wyatt, and Waldo in a eye-catching performance just sent a nice message to everyone. As the first seed for this tournament, he will beat Amarillo, then fall to losers by Oscar in what seemed to be a close Game 3 set. After that, he would beat Chrono and Excess before encountering Stifler in the top 8 qualifier. This set was the first time we see his DDD on a big stage, and he showcased how far you can push this character by relying on characters' cheese, edge guards, and sometimes obnoxious survivability. Flame-Raz DDD was able to keep up with Isaac's specials and difficulties to kill, sometimes make it inside top 8 losers side as the first solo King DDD to do it. I love it. Mint Herb, also known as 11, is a Brazilian Mega Man player who is a good player in a time when the super fighting robot players existed. However, they would stop competing in a tournament for a long while before coming back to this tournament. After losing to Serbi in winners, Mint beat C, Seamer, and Clody before advancing right through after Wolfie DQ'd, achieving the best Mega Man result in a long time. Flame-Raz vs Mint Herb was What do you expect from this 30-minute set? A matchup going back and forth on projectiles and using each other's weakness to the fullest until you land your best hits. However, there's some interesting stuff going on here. Flaremeyer went up 2-0 in this set, and for a moment, we thought it was over for Mint. But this match didn't end, and instead Mint responded with an impressive comeback, heading to Game 5 where it turned into a game of throwing projectiles until the back air sealed the deal. After achieving their best result at the major, Gabriel would stop this Cinderella run at 5th place. Still thinking the game wasn't bad at all for the Brazilian. On the other side of losers, the madness didn't stop yet, as another crazy one would happen by the Peruvian Donkey Kong, LAP. After nearly losing to Edgar in winners, LA would beat Algorithm and Ryuka to meet the 5th seed Senior B in the top 8 qualifier. And this was where the magic started. Despite DK's large body being an easy target to Link's projectiles and sword, LA would not make it easy for Senior at all, pushing it to Game 5 where he landed all sorts of combos and giant punches. He finished the set with side B into forward smash, which stopped Link dash attack from landing. He would prove just how good DK is against one of the harder matchups and enter top 8 to become a certified monkey in another surprise versus tournament. It wasn't the biggest surprise, so there is one more competitor who outdid everyone in this tournament. Mateo Torres 402. Oh, we got something to talk about. MT has been on a ride this patch, thanks to the Wario buffs and the newly acquired Naruto that got an awesome glow up in this sprite. 3rd place at On Point and 1st place in 2 B tiers in the form of Road, Salt Arena and Normal Rocketto, which saw him even using some Samus too. And everyone saw the potential in winning this major tournament too. It didn't seem like it, however, as he was upset early by Step Lock. After beating Leidos and Lagman, he was ready to bounce back and show up why he deserved to win this tournament.
Va a salir un 9.
Una pared.
¡No! ¡Papu!
Minion.
Oscar, Ali, Gabriel, Bernardito. All four of these opponents were defeated by using Naruto and Wario to their best extent to land in grand finals and face off against Edgar. Truly magical losers, right? These two faced each other a handful of times in this previous batch, but this is the first time they played this batch at all since Flash Harder Invitational in April, where Edgar made it through a Game 5 marathon. The first grand final of this new era was the two best players ready to win their first ever major, and it delivered.
Se murió. Se murió. Se murió.
Puta madre.
Felicidades a MTCR1.
Crazy Grand Final, MT came out on top. The crazy reverse 3-0 with the Naruto. The Mario didn't work when the Naruto had Edgar Zelda on edge all the time, making this moment more insane. Like, what? What was happening there? Like, why, bro? I don't know, man. I don't know what type of psychological warfare that happened there. Either way, Inti won and became the first Colombian player to win a major event since Dildamin Jaip. How ironic. In Latin Havoc Resurrection 2019. The duo of Wario and Naruto, two characters that were not seen much in the last few years, were used here in the best way possible in this 8-set losers run. Edgar, while getting second place, proved a spot among the top 10 of Latin this season. And Barrito, despite a slightly disappointing third place finish, still achieved great results and continued to show his consistency as one of the best. With this tournament being done, Latin was in a safe hand, knowing there was many top players who carried the scene and show what they can do. Yeah.